Welcome to Mythos AI, your source for Cliff's Notes on complex subjects. Join Anna and Phil for yet another engaging conversation.
Welcome back, everyone. Today, let's take a deep dive into one of Quizipedia's recent questions.
All right.
This one's from Season 208, Question 2. And the category is rock music.
Sounds good. What's the question?
The question is, this Irish rock band, formed in Dublin in 1976, gained international fame with its socially conscious lyrics and distinctive sound.
Okay.
Known for iconic albums like The Joshua Tree and Achtung Baby,
Mm-hmm.
the band has become one of the best-selling music artists of all time,
Right.
often using their platform to advocate for human rights and social justice.
Yeah.
What is the name of this legendary band?
Of course, the answer is U2.
Exactly, U2. And for this deep dive, we're going to see that U2 is a lot more than just a band.
Oh, yeah. They're innovators, activists.
Absolutely.
A fascinating study in how a group can evolve over decades
Right.
while staying true to their core.
To really understand U2, we need to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Back in Dublin, their early sound, it was shaped by the raw energy of punk rock, bands like the Ramones and the Clash. But with U2, there's this added layer of depth,
That's right.
and that comes from their Irish heritage.
Yeah, Bono's lyrical style, he was deeply influenced by Irish literary giants.
Absolutely.
Like James Joyce and W.B. Yeats.
For sure.
And you can really hear it in the way he uses language, the themes of love, nationalism, that
Yeah, I was thinking about-
soul-searching quality.
And we can't forget the political climate of Ireland at the time. The troubles, the conflict in Northern Ireland, it definitely informed their music.
Absolutely. It gave their music a sense of urgency,
Yes.
that social commentary.
It's all there.
Their early albums, like Boy and War, they capture that raw energy,
Uh-huh.
that feeling of like youthful rebellion,
Yeah.
mixed with this really deep concern for what was going on in the world.
Think about songs like I Will Follow and Sunday Bloody Sunday. Powerful stuff.
Exactly. They weren't afraid to tackle difficult topics, to use their music as a platform for their beliefs.
But as they progressed, as they evolved, their sound started to change.
Right.
It became more experimental, more atmospheric.
And that shift is really noticeable in the Unforgettable Fire.
Yeah. They started working with Brian Eno and Daniel Lanois.
Right.
And those producers, they really encouraged them to explore different sonic textures, to experiment.
Yeah.
You hear it in a song like Bad.
Oh, for sure. That's a great example. It's not your straightforward rock song.
No.
It builds slowly, using all these layers of instrumentation
Yes.
to create this sense of unease, this feeling of searching.
And Edge's guitar playing on that track.
It's almost ambient.
Yeah.
It creates these washes of sound that are both beautiful and unsettling at the same time.
Absolutely.
And then with the Joshua Tree, they reached global stardom.
Right. The Joshua Tree, it's an album that is both deeply personal and politically charged.
Yeah, it is.
They blended their signature sound with elements of American roots music.
Yeah,
And the result is this vast, almost cinematic soundscape.
right.
It really captures the spirit of America.
Where the Streets Have No Name, that's a perfect example.
that's such a good song.
The Edge uses delay and reverb on his guitar, and it creates this feeling of endless space.
yeah.
Like being on a journey.
Yes, exactly.
And then you have Bono's lyrics, which are just full of yearning, that search for meaning in a world that can often feel chaotic
Right.
and confusing.
Right.
And that resonated with people all over the world.
It did. But U2, they never stopped evolving. They never rested on their laurels.
They didn't.
And that brings us to Achtung Baby,
Yeah.
which marked a really radical departure for the band.
Definitely.
This is an album that embraces contradiction.
It does.
It explores the darker side of fame and desire.
Yeah, and they incorporated influences from alternative rock, electronic dance music, even industrial music.
Oh.
One, for example, is such a deceptively simple song
Yes.
that builds to this incredible emotional climax.
It's so powerful.
And then you've got Mysterious Ways,
Oh, yeah.
which has this really funky groove, unlike anything they'd done before.
Right.
And the Edge started using distortion, electronic effects, really pushing the boundaries of what a guitar could sound like.
It was a bold move.
Yeah.
And it showed that they weren't afraid to take risks,
Right.
to challenge themselves and their audience.
Exactly.
But throughout their career, there's been this one constant,
What's that?
their commitment to social justice.
Oh, absolutely.
It's woven into the very fabric of their music.
From the very beginning.
Yes. And that activism, it really came to the forefront with war.
Right.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday. What a powerful indictment of violence and political oppression.
It really is.
It became an anthem for peace.
It did.
A song that resonated with people fighting for justice all over the world.
Absolutely. And then with the Joshua Tree,
Yes,
they turned their attention to America.
they did.
They were fascinated by the country's contradictions, the beauty and the darkness, the idealism and the violence.
You can definitely hear that in the music.
Yeah, songs like Bolt the Blue Sky and Mothers of the Disappeared.
Yeah.
Those are powerful critiques of U.S. foreign policy and human rights abuses.
They were not afraid to use their platform
No.
to challenge the status quo.
To speak truth to power.
Exactly. And then you have Bono himself,
Right.
who has become this global icon for activism.
He has.
He's not just a musician.
Right.
He's a tireless advocate for social justice.
He really is.
He co-founded Data, One Campaign, Product Red,
Yeah.
working to combat poverty, disease, injustice around the world.
Mm-hmm.
He's met with world leaders,
Yes.
spoken at the United Nations,
Yeah.
used his celebrity to shine a light on issues that might otherwise have been ignored.
Definitely.
Now, he's been criticized by some
He has.
for being too preachy, too self-righteous, but
Right.
there's no denying his passion,
No.
his commitment to making a difference.
And he's not just talking the talk.
No,
He's walking the walk.
he is.
Put his money where his mouth is, donated millions of dollars to various causes. Right.
And U2's concerts,
Yeah.
they became platforms for activism,
They did.
bringing attention to AIDS, poverty, human rights.
The Zoo TV tour.
Oh, yeah.
Groundbreaking in the way it used multimedia
Yeah.
to create this immersive experience
Right.
that was both entertaining and thought-provoking.
Yeah, giant video screens, satellite link-ups, Trabant car hanging from the ceiling
Right.
to create this, like, chaotic sensory overload
Yes.
that reflected the information age we were entering.
It really did.
It was a commentary on the media,
Mm-hmm.
consumerism, the way we were being bombarded with information.
Absolutely. And then there was the U2 360-degree tour
Yeah,
with that incredible circular stage.
amazing stage design.
Yeah, allowing them to connect with the audience on a whole new level.
It was groundbreaking.
These weren't just concerts.
No.
They were spectacles,
Okay, we're-
events that combined music, technology, and social commentary.
Yeah, in a way that had never been seen before.
Never been seen before. And they inspired other artists to do the same.
They did, yeah. You can see U2's influence
Yeah.
in bands like Coldplay,
Mm-hmm.
artists like Bruce Springsteen,
Yeah.
who've also used their platforms to advocate for change.
Right.
They've shown that you can be successful and still have a conscience,
You can.
that you can use your music to make a difference in the world.
Absolutely. But U2's success, it's not just about their activism.
Right.
It's also about their ability to reinvent themselves.
Yes.
To stay relevant over 4 decades.
Yeah.
They haven't been afraid to experiment, to push boundaries, to take risks.
Oh, I haven't.
They've gone through these different phases, from the anthemic rock of the Joshua Tree to the more experimental sounds of Achtung Baby and pop.
Right.
Pop.
Yeah.
That was a really interesting experiment, incorporating elements of techno and electronica. It wasn't their most commercially successful album,
Right.
but it showed that they were willing to try new things
Yes.
to evolve.
To evolve, and then
And then they came back with All That You Can't Leave Behind, which was a return to their classic sound.
it was.
But with this, like, more mature, introspective edge.
Russ.
Songs like Beautiful Day and Walk On. They're both uplifting and thoughtful, reflecting on the joys and challenges of life
Yeah.
in a complex world.
It is a complex world.
It is. It's that ability to balance innovation with familiarity,
Yes.
to evolve while staying true to their core values.
Right.
That's made them one of the most enduring bands of all time.
Absolutely.
They've managed to connect with audiences across generations.
Yes.
To speak to something universal in the human experience.
We really have.
And they've done it all while maintaining a sense of integrity,
Right.
a commitment to using their music as a force for good.
Yes.
They've shown that a band can be more than just a band.
Mm-hmm.
They can be a cultural phenomenon, a voice for change, a symbol of hope.
All of those things.
Their journey is a testament to the power of music,
Yes.
the importance of activism.
And the enduring human spirit that strives for a better world.
Right. But ultimately,
Yeah.
U2's legacy will be determined by their music. Their music, it's given us comfort during tough times and, inspired us to dream of a better world. It's a rich body of work,
Yeah.
diverse, full of meaning.
For sure. From the raw energy of their early albums, those punk influences, to those incredible atmospheric soundscapes of The Unforgettable Fire,
You're right.
and then the anthemic grandeur of the Joshua Tree. I mean, they've constantly pushed the boundaries of rock music.
They really have. And they weren't afraid to experiment either.
No, not at all. They incorporated influences from electronic music, gospel, even traditional Irish music.
And the lyrics, we have to talk about the lyrics, Bono's lyrics. They're often poetic, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Full of imagery, metaphor, exploring themes of love and loss, faith and doubt, social justice too.
That's true.
Lyrics that really make you think, that challenge you, that stay with you long after the music is over.
So, yeah, U2's legacy, it's multifaceted.
They've achieved both critical and commercial success.
Right.
They've used their platform to advocate for social justice, and they've inspired so many other artists.
Countless others.
But in the end, their impact on the world, it'll be measured by the music they created, the emotions they evoked, the conversations they started.
That's the real power of U2. Their music can transcend boundaries, connect with people on such a deep emotional level. It speaks to the human spirit, reminds us of our shared humanity, and I think gives us hope for a better future.
I think so too.
U2, they're more than a band. They're a force to be reckoned with.
They are.
And we hope you enjoyed this deep dive into their music and their legacy.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to Mythos AI. Stay tuned for more concise insights. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe for future episodes.